Hi you guys, welcome back to another video. Can you see him? That's really cute. Come here. Come here. Ollie's back and he wanted to say that we read some great books in June. It was a very good month. But yeah, so we're just going to talk about what I read and what I watched in June. We're going to keep this kind of short. Also, I don't know what my hair is doing, so we're going to just like ignore my hair. It's kind of like poofy, but anyways, so I have a little list here. We're gonna get straight into it and keep this one really short. So we're gonna start with what I read in June. It was an okay reading month. It wasn't the best. I kind of got in a bit of a reading slump and just kind of gave up on books for a little bit and took the time that I needed. And now I feel like I'm back and I'm ready for July. So I'm very excited for July reads. But first up, I read an arc for Brighter Than Before. This is by Courtney Walsh, who I thought was Catherine Walsh. So I was very confused and I definitely thought this was Catherine Walsh, the author that I knew really well. This is Courtney Walsh. So I actually discovered a new author during this because I loved this book. I gave this 4.5 stars and this was an audiobook. So this was an ALC, not ARC. Yeah. But I really liked it. I had the best time. I just love banter in romance books, and it was kind of more of a rom-com-y book. Our main character is a little bit older in life. Like, I can't quite remember because I read this at the beginning of June, but I'm thinking she's like 40s, I believe. And I think she has a 20-year-old daughter who is in college. So she's caught up in a cheating scandal. Her husband cheats on her in a very public way and they split up, and she's like, I'm gonna just rediscover myself. I'm gonna go off and move somewhere different and live by myself and get a dog and try different restaurants and like learn to just kind of survive on her own. She had never really been on her own. So I thought it was a beautiful story. I really loved our main male character. I think his name was Miles, and he was fantastic. So he was her neighbor and he owned the building that she lived in. And it was just so cute seeing their like comings and goings. Like they just kind of knew each other from afar because he lived there in this like complex as well. And so she'd see him and she didn't have the best opinion of him at first. And then they kind of became friends and they started doing stuff together. It was really, really cute to watch that blossom from she kind of had like a negative thought process towards him to they actually became friends to lovers. And I love the friends to lovers trope. I love when it happens naturally like that. This was a beautiful story. I really, really enjoyed that one. Then I went into The Lies of Lena. So I have been wanting to read this and seeing this everywhere for a long time, a long time. Kylie Snow, it pops up. It's one of those like book talk books. You see the cover, it really draws you in. Every single person that I had ever seen post about it said it was like a fantastic fantasy romance series. I saw 0 negative reviews. So I was so excited to go into this one and I finally did it. I got the book from my library. I think it's also on Kindle Unlimited. So I'm pretty sure I did Kindle Unlimited as well. And it was so good. This was a 5-star read. I love this book. I love the time jump. So we're following a girl who is not supposed to have powers and does. And I love that trope. So we're following her and her mom, and they're witches like in hiding. So these people do not like witches, and they will kill them at the stake. I mean, it's really gruesome if they find them. So they're existing in this place. They are literally hiding in plain sight. And the girl, I think she's 16 and meets a boy and she develops a little crush on him and they have a friendship and they start to really like each other. And it later comes out that that boy is the king's son. So that boy will turn into like the witch hunter, right? So she's a witch in hiding. He's going to be the witch hunter. He is the king's son. It is such a fun, well, not fun for them, but like fun as the reader dynamic to see that, this could go south so easy. Like this is not they're not really like destined to be together, but they really care about each other, and he's really sweet with her, and I absolutely love that. Then we get a little time jump. There's a little love triangle-ish. I wouldn't even say I love love triangle, so I really wouldn't go into it like expecting that. But if you see the cover, it's like one girl and then a guy on either side. So I mean, it is kind of love triangle-ish, but don't go into it thinking that. But fantastic read. I still have not gone into the second one, and I don't even know why, because I cannot wait for the second one. Such a good series. Highly recommend. Okay, then I did another arc for Summer's Never Over by Darby Bozeman. This is the funnest. This is the most fun mystery thriller that revolves around a summer camp. Like, it is the best vibes if you read it this time of year. I love a like campy mystery that takes place in the summer. I just love that so much. I think that's so fun. There's the like the whole time jump where something bad happens and you don't really know what, and then you time jump, and then it's like she never goes back to this place, and now she's going back to this place. So our main character's mom is the one who actually runs this summer camp. So she grew up there. She was a she was a camp counselor when she was growing up. So she was very involved and, you know, destined to take over this place and like all in. Something really bad happened, and then we time jump, and she's like, I haven't been back there in 5 years, you know, like never thought I'd be back at this place. But her mom dies. So because of that, now she has to go back, and this is like her inheritance. Like, she is to take over this place and figure out what she wants to do with it. And it kind of goes from there, and we have like a little bit of mystery going on, but we also are bridging the gap with what actually happened in the past. And we're seeing people from the past in this time frame in the future or in the present. It's so fun. It's so fun. It's a great mystery thriller. I mean, it is not like just the most, you know, original material, but it is a good time. It is fun. I really do recommend this one. Okay, then I got this from the library because I want to be able to hold this one up because I just love this cover. But The Divorce by Frida McFadden. Oh my gosh. First off, just love Frida McFadden. Like, I absolutely love her books. I love her mystery thrillers. I think they are so fun. Like, I am such a fan of her writing because no, it's not just like, you know, the best book you've ever read in your entire life, and it's not really going to stick with you, but it is so good for the moment. It is like little popcorn reads. They're usually really short. They're easy to read. They're so out there that for me, I can't guess what's happening. And that's a big deal for me because I can guess a lot of books. And once I do, that's kind of it for me. These I can't guess. I have no idea where they're going, and I love that. For this one, I really just don't even want to give anything away. I would say go into this completely blind. I would say go into every Frida McFadden book completely blind. They're just the best time. They're just the best time. You're going to enjoy it. Like, I highly recommend these. I guarantee that you're gonna have a good time. I recommend these to everyone. Like, even my mom has read books by her. I just think they're so fun. I don't know. They're just so fun. And yeah, I would go in blind. I would go in blind, so I'm not even gonna like tell you what this is about. I would just literally pick this up and start reading this. And then once you read this, I would always have a Frida McFadden book in rotation. And she pops out so many books. I mean, she is flying through them. I don't understand how she writes so many books, and yet they are all so good. Like, it's not like she's producing a lot of books, but they're at a lower like quality. They're perfect. They're amazing. I mean, she blows my mind. But I gave this 4 stars. I did listen to this one on audio, but like I said, I just wanted to hold up a copy of it because it's just like such a beautiful book, and I got it from the library. Okay, then I did another arc for Trope Sick. This was so good, but so strange, you guys. So It starts out as a woman has been hired to be a ghostwriter. That's what she does. She writes for authors that, you know, they want to pass the work off as their own, but they hire a ghostwriter to actually write it. So it's this really, really well-known popular author, and she has hired her to ghostwrite, but she has also hired somebody else to ghostwrite. And when they meet up to talk about their ideas and things like that, it is her okay, so he was her next door neighbor growing up. They fell in love, so like childhood lovers, and her brother's best friend. So oh, I don't have the cover. I was about to hold it up. When it says trope sick and on the cover it has all the tropes crossed off, it was brother's best friend, next door neighbor, friends to lovers, childhood lovers. And now they are writing a book together, and they had like a really bad ending. So when she sees him, she's like, oh, absolutely not. And literally like leaves. And then they have to kind of try to work together because this means a lot for her career. It means a lot for his career. So they're like, okay, we're just going to do this, and we're just going to like make this work and get this job done. And then we'll never see each other again. Then we enter forced proximity. We have this author who is kind of setting them up in a way. It is like really cute in the way that she is setting them up to date. Like, honestly, there is trauma that both characters are working through because her brother, this is on the back, I checked this, her brother does pass away. And so the best friend is really suffering with that because that was his best friend. And she's suffering with that because that was her brother. And her parents are suffering with that because that was their child. So they're kind of neglecting her because of their grief for their son. So it is very heavy in those aspects, but then it also is so light with the like just rom-com trope heavy, like the author's kind of setting them up and like sending them off on dates and things. It's really fun. I loved it. But I will say the last, I don't know, like 10%, like the very end of the book gets really weird and really unnecessary for the way that she took this book. So I kind of just blacked that out because I really didn't enjoy that at all, and I was left with so many questions and I was so confused. But if you just leave that little, it's like a supernatural element, if you leave that element out and you really, like, you read it, of course, but you like don't look at that as the overall story, I thought it was a great story. Like, I gave it 4 stars overall. I thought it was fantastic. Just that little part of the book was just really far-fetched and did not make any sense for me. So do with that what you will. But I did think it was a really good book, and I cannot wait to read more by her. I was so excited to get this arc. That cover is so cute. Then, I'm so upset about this one. I'm so upset about this one. And I even bought the book after I finished reading the book, and I read it on my Kindle. No, I did audio. I didn't like this one. Well, I say that. I did like it. I did like it. I gave it 3 stars. I did like it. This is a very YA supernatural romance. I don't even really know how to classify this. It is YA. They are in high school, and it feels very YA to me. Like, it's just a little too young for me. People absolutely love this book and swear by this book and like recommend it all the time. And I think this is one like Twilight, where if you read this in its prime when you were the target audience, then yeah, it's probably going to stick with you and you're going to read it for the rest of your life. I reread Twilight every single year and I love it. I will always love it. But if I picked it up today for the first time at the age that I am, I think it would be very cheesy and I probably wouldn't enjoy it. And that's kind of this one for me. I just felt like it was too young. It just kind of missed the mark for me, and I don't think I was the target audience. So that's totally valid and totally fair. It was interesting in the aspect of we have our main girl and we have a wolf shifter boy, and he is very protective of her, and he is like always like on the outskirts of her woods looking at her and watching her through the house and watching her like sit in the backyard and read books and stuff. And he's like a protector of her. He always comes back to her. He's always watching her. and then he shifts into human form and kind of goes through some trouble, and she's able to get to know him as a human and like spend time with him and fall in love with him. And it is a really cutesy story. Like, I like that. And she kind of tried to make like really high stakes, but it's really not high stakes because they are so young. I don't know. That didn't really hit, but I did think it was a cute little romance, and I do think it's a fun read. I will not be continuing with the series, but I love this cover. I love this cover. I'm very sad about the fact that I bought this book before I even finished reading it and then realized that I really did not love it. So that does make me kind of sad. I will probably be giving this book away because it's not my favorite. Speaking of not my favorite, then I went into my favorite, Our Perfect Storm. Carly Fortune can do no wrong. She can do no wrong. Her books are absolutely perfect now. There was one that I didn't like. I think it was called Meet Me at the Lake, and it was not a hit for me. I just didn't vibe at all. I think I gave it like a 2.5, maybe 3-star rating and never thought about it again. Every other book that she's written has been like 4.5 to 5 stars, and this one's a 5 stars. I read this one physically from the library and the audiobook. I kind of went back and forth. I love this book. I love this book. I love these characters. I truly do think that these characters are together like now. You know, I know they're fictional characters, but like, I love to finish a book and then think, would they actually still be together? Like years later, do they stay together or do they make it? And I think these characters would make it. I think they would be so perfect together. I loved that we are on a tropical vacation. We're hanging out on an island. There's whale watching. There's, you know, lounging by the pool. We're swimming in the ocean. It was amazing. We have the, you know, friends to lovers. So we have and not only friends to lovers, my favorite is the childhood friends to lovers. So we have childhood friends that haven't spoken in years, and now they go on a trip together that is supposed to be her honeymoon, and they spend time together and they fall in love, and it is beautiful and it is healing, and it's just the best time. It's just the best time. Her books are so good at being fun, rom-com-y, you know, super like atmospheric reads, but then they also have all of these like heavy topics, and it's not just what you see on the surface. Like, it goes so much deeper than that, and I just appreciate that so much. So loved that one. And then I did read Catabasis, however you say it. That was not the best. So I gave that 3 stars. I listened to that on audio, but I tried reading that physically and on audio, and I've been reading this book, I think, for like 6 or 7 months total. Took a long time for me to get through this one. I didn't love it. I don't know. It just maybe wasn't the book for me. I like not love dark academia. Oh, come here. Cooper's right here. Come here. Come up here. Come up here. Oh, Cooper. Look. Can you see right there? That's a beautiful boy. Hi. I think he just woke up. He looks really tired. But I like some dark academia, and that's why I picked this one up, because she is like the you know, pro at dark academia, but this one just didn't feel like that to me. It felt like such a waste of time book, and I hate to say that. I hate to say that because we're journeying through hell and the 7 layers of hell, or the 7 places of hell. I don't really know what they call it. I think they're calling it like layers though. But basically, we are journeying through hell because she wants to save the life and bring back the like the person that she studies under. So he's like a really well-known professor. He's got a lot of knowledge. Everybody wants to study under him, and she has that opportunity, and he does die. So she is going through hell, and she's trying to go find him and bring him back just for her own purposes, so that he can like sign off on a dissertation or something, like recommend her work. But we also have her like arch nemesis, like the guy that is her academic rival, also on this journey to bring him back. So that aspect is fun, that they are traveling together to do the same thing. So they kind of are like, maybe we should team up and work together, but like, I don't like you. And it's kind of fun to see that. And they start to actually kind of like each other a little bit, like the farther they get into this process, and they're kind of learning more about themselves, and they're opening up about their journey and their relationship with this professor, which is not good. Like, he's not a good guy. And I do think I really liked that, but it just felt so long and so drawn out. Like, so many times I put this book down and just was like, I'm not in the mindset for this. I'll come back to it. And I did, and I'm happy that I finished it, but it just was so long and so drawn out, and it just felt like a good chunk of the middle of the book could just be taken out. So for me, it wasn't a hit. I haven't heard the best ratings on this book. I've kind of seen like similar reviews, but that's not going to stop me from reading more by her. I still have yet to read, it's over on my TBR shelf, Babel. Again, I think it should be Babel because there's only one B, but I don't know. But I still really want to read that, and I want to read that in the fall. Like, I want that to be a little more atmospheric with the like academia setting, and very excited for that, but this was just not a hit for me. So that is everything. Oh wait, no, that's not everything. I am currently reading, and today is the last day of June when I'm filming this. So this is coming out on July 2nd. So by then I hope to have finished it, and I'm pretty sure I will, because I'm right at the 50% mark of Lost and Found by Tara DeWitt. I'm reading the arc for this. Love this book. I think it comes out in August. I'll put, wherever I put the title of the book or the cover, I'll put the release date. This is so cute. It's so fun. I love her books. I love this series. I love seeing the other characters in the book. Like, we are going to a wedding that takes place in this like small town, and it's two of the characters that we read in another one of her books. And I love that. I love found family. I love when you see the crossover. So that's really fun. The characters are amazing, but it is such a heavy topic. We start right at the beginning. Our main female character has just lost her best friend to cancer, and she's grieving hard. I mean, it is like, it's a really hard loss for her. Like, that is her person, you know, like that is her number one person. She has kind of like a strained relationship with her mom now. She is just alone and just kind of trying to navigate this life without her best friend. And it's really sad. And she is now linking up with and living with her, like, not childhood friend, but like high school, college years friend, who she hasn't really talked to in a long time. And I know this is going to be their romance, but right now, like, she needed a place to go. I was about to tell y'all a spoiler that I probably really should not say, so let me just kind of backtrack that. I'm going to just cut that part out so you won't hear it. But yeah, her she lived with her friend who passed away from cancer. So then she needed a place to live, and she moved in with this guy. He's like, I'm hardly ever there. You can just live here. You know, we won't be in each other's way. It's a big house, like, you know. But of course, they're sparking a little romance, and it's really cute, and I love it. And I love it's just such a cool book in this town with all of these same people. I am loving that so much. So like I said, I hope to have it finished. I don't know that it's going to be a 5-star read, but it will at least be a 4 to 4.5, I would think, honestly. So I'm going to just go ahead and give you those ratings, because I will finish that by the time this video comes out. But anyways, okay, that is everything that I read. I want to just very quickly go over what I watched, because I think some people might enjoy this. I don't know. I love TV shows and movies and things like that. So I did watch Disclosure Day in the movie theaters. It's like that alien takeover movie, and it was so out there and it was so wild, but it was so good. I enjoyed that. I thought that was a really cool movie. We literally see aliens, and like, I just thought it was so good. Emily Blunt did a fantastic job. She is like one of our main characters. She did so good. She's so funny. I love her personality so much. But I really enjoyed that one. I like the alien aspect. I think that's fascinating. I just kind of like checked out and just had a really good time and then left and was like, okay, you know, that movie's done. I probably won't ever watch it again, but I did have a really good time with that one. So if you like aliens and like takeovers and invasions, it's a cool movie. I really did like it. Then I went to see Backrooms, and I'm going to be so honest, I don't recommend this to anybody. This movie scared me so bad. There were so many moments that I had to literally not watch. Matter of fact, I took my Kindle and like had the volume or the brightness down, so I wasn't like distracting anybody, but I had to just read my book because this one scared me so bad. This one is based on a video game, and it is literally, you are just journeying through these rooms that never end and they never lead to anything, and there's like scary monsters in these rooms, and it already, I hate mazes. I hate the idea of a maze and that you could get trapped and have no way out and not know how to get out. I do not like things like that. I don't like closed in spaces. I don't really like elevators. So being trapped in this maze of rooms that all look the same and they're scary monsters, I'm out. Not my thing. But if it's your thing, go watch it, because it is actually like pretty scary. Like, it is actually a psychological thriller. It makes you think, and it is actually very scary to me. I don't know. I'm a baby with that though. Okay, then my husband and I were watching The Institute on MGM Plus. I know I've mentioned that on here a few times, I think. It is an 8-episode TV show. There's only one season out right now. It has been confirmed for season 2, based on the Stephen King novel of the same name, The Institute. And it is basically this institute in this small town where they steal kids from their families that have these superpowers, and they bring them to this like high level security institute, and they test them, and they run all these tests on them, and they push them really hard and try to develop their powers even more and use them for their own benefit. It's really twisted. It's kind of dark. I mean, it's Stephen King, so you know, it's going to be a little dark. But it is really good, and it is really interesting, and we are following the kids, and we're like inside the institute seeing how everything is being run, and they are slowly starting to like figure things out from the inside. But then we're also following Ben Barnes, who is the Darkling from the Shadow and Bone series, if you watch that on Netflix. And he is a cop who just got hired in this small town, and he's seeing that there is a lot of like conspiracy around this town and secrets, and things are just not adding up. So he is researching this from the outside. So it's cool to have this group of kids on the inside and then him on the outside bridging that gap. I really enjoyed it. I now want to go read the book to see what I missed, because I think his mind is so fascinating, and there's probably things that they just left out to make the series maybe easier to understand or flow a little better for TV. But oh my gosh, I thought it was so good. I cannot wait for season 2. So highly recommend this one. And then we watched The Pit. I think we're only like 6 episodes in of season 1. This is on HBO. This is highly recommended by like the whole entire world. We're really late getting into this, but love it. And it is so cool that every episode in season 1 follows 1 hour of time on this hospital show, and the whole season is 1 day. So episode 1 is like from 7 to 8 a.m. and then episode 2 is 8 to 9 a.m. Like, it is 1 hour, and it feels like when you get to the end of an episode that it has been like a whole week worth of problems that are coming through this ER. So it is the emergency room of a hospital in, I want to say like Boston, but I honestly really don't know. For some reason I'm thinking Boston, but I don't know. But it is just following this ER and all the moving pieces and all the people and all the cases that they get in, and wow. It is so intense. It is one of the best hospital shows I've ever seen. I loved Grey's Anatomy once upon a time, but then it just got too like drama heavy. Like I liked more of the scenes that actually took place in the hospital with the patients than I did the like behind the scenes of the love story between all the, you know, the doctors and the nurses, and like I just didn't really enjoy that. So if you like the more patient doctor side of things, absolutely highly recommend the show. Fantastic. And then I saw Toy Story 5. I love Toy Story. This is one of my favorite childhood movies series. I love Toy Story. I was such a Buzz girl. I absolutely loved Buzz. I thought he was hilarious. I love Jessie. I love Bullseye, and we get to see them all back in Toy Story 5, and it is so good, so cute. I mean, my husband and I turned to each other so many times. We were like, that was absolutely adorable. Like the kids in it and all the toys, and you get to see all the toys back together again. Oh, it was so nostalgic and it was so cute, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I highly recommend anybody and everybody go watch this movie, watch all the movies. Absolutely fantastic. But that is it for June. That is my full wrap up. I would love to hear what you read, what you watched, what you loved, didn't love. Just please drop a comment and let me know. And we are headed strong into July. Big reading plans, big event plans. I just cannot wait for July. So yeah, I hope you all had a fantastic month, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, you guys.